Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is November 8th at 7:08 a.m. here in Northern California. I'm going to give you a quick update on what's happening in the crypto market. I'm going to give you a broad overview. If you want overviews of any of the altcoins, I suggest you join my Patreon. There's now a free level that you can join my Patreon for free. And there are certain free videos that I put out every week. But in addition, the $9 level gives you even more, and the $19 level gives you even more. All right, let's jump in here. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart, and what we can see on the daily is that we are at support, just about coming down to support. We broke above this line of resistance here, and then I don't want to say got rejected. I want to say we just corrected. We just pulled back because we broke above the line of resistance, and now we pulled back and established support just above it. But look what's happened. As we've got this little pullback in Bitcoin dominance, which is about 3.5%. Simultaneously, the RSI has made its way almost all the way back down to the refresh level. I mean, midway is enough liquidity for another pump. So when I look at the speed at which the RSI is moving down while the price moved down, this is a complete refresh on the 4-hour. And so that tells me that Bitcoin dominance is going to take another pump. Bitcoin dominance is going to try to break this level, and it's going to try to move higher again. Now, will we see diminishing returns in this next pump? Maybe so. Will it move sideways for quite a while before it moves up? Maybe so. But when we look at it here on the weekly chart, we see we've got a little bit of ways to go before we kind of hit this long-term trend line, this long-term support line. We did peak out at the overbought position here. But a lot can happen. A lot can happen from here to here. A lot can happen. And I'll show you that just looking at the Bitcoin chart. And I posted a longer video in my Patreon about this yesterday. But if we look at the weekly Bitcoin chart, we see that the RSI is at about 73 right now. Well, when was the last time the RSI was at 73? If we go back over here, at the moment the RSI was at 73, we were breaking bullish out of this ascending channel. Now, typically when you're in an ascending channel like this, you expect to break down. So the whole market is expecting a breakdown here. And what do? We break out. And from the breakout point, which is right here, about 73, where we are now, to the top of the RSI, from the breakout point to the top of the RSI, Bitcoin did 217%. And then to the top of the price momentum, Bitcoin did 387%. And of course, if you take this whole move here, it's about 1,600%. So a lot can happen from this point of being overbought to the top. Now, granted, we had been in this ascending column for quite a while before that breakout occurred. But if you look on the daily, we're making the same... we're printing the same kind of ascending channel here. It's just much smaller and much more contained. And the other side of it is we're way more overbought on the daily. But what I could see is the daily hitting support and breaking out and either making a higher high or a lower high. And that will determine for us. If the RSI makes a lower high here, we're getting diminishing returns. If the price makes a higher high while the RSI makes a lower high, that's bearish divergence on the daily chart, and that would be enough to signal for me that we're going to have to pull back before we can break higher. And if we do pull back, let's say we hit the top of this channel here, right at around, what would it be, $38,000, something like $37,000, $38,000, and we broke down. Notice we got a bullish volumetric order block here at the bottom of the channel, right at about 33,000. That'd be the first line of support. Second line of support would be this line that was broken, retesting it, 32,000. And if we bounce there and the RSI refreshes itself on all charts, then we can take off and try to break 47,000, which is, otherwise we're going to have to break down and come down and visit these lower order blocks. So we will see what happens, but I do think that we're getting close to another breakout attempt, and we're going to see what happens in the whole market. I'll be covering the alts extensively this week in my Patreon channel, so check me out at patreon.com/cryptogenic. But above all else, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, Quiet Joy, my dog. Everything I say is designed to empower you to sleep in peace, wake in joy, and walk in love. This is Cryptogenic, signing out.